Hello and welcome back to the Fantasy Playmakers. We just found out that the Steelers are going to be signing Mitch Trubisky to a 2-year contract, and I feel like there are a few kind of clear takeaways here. The first one, honestly, kind of shoots to Dynasty and this rookie class. If the Steelers are going out this early on in free agency and bringing in Mitch Trubisky, I feel like that shows they don't have a ton of confidence in this 2022 quarterback class. This has kind of been talked about a ton. The NFL doesn't seem to love these incoming prospects because where the Steelers would be picking, they're in range for the Kenny Pickett's, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, Sam Howell, those guys. So they're opting to go with Mitch Trubisky. I don't think that totally takes them out of the running for a quarterback, but it does show that they're willing to go into the 2022 season with Mitch as their number one quarterback. Full transparency here. I live in Chicago. I'm a Bears fan. I've seen the Mitch Trubisky experience. I don't think he has, the potential to be a good or great quarterback in the NFL, but I do think he is totally capable of being like a maybe top 20 guy at his ceiling. I don't think he's a career backup. I think he totally can be a starting quarterback in the NFL, and I will acknowledge that the Bears did not handle his situation properly. When we're looking back at his career with the Bears, his best fantasy season was in 2018. That was his second year in the NFL. He actually averaged 18.8 points per game. That's when us Bears fans were feeling pretty solid about Mitch. And what stands out about that season is that is really when the Bears kind of unleashed his legs. In 14 games, he rushed the ball 68 times for 421 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then after that, he didn't rush for over 200 yards in a season. We know the Steelers were interested in bringing in a quarterback that they could move around. They definitely could not do that last year with Ben Roethlisberger. So I really don't think this is the worst fit here for Mitch. I kind of feel like best case he's going to be like a back-end QB2 play. But I also think, this is going to impact the weapons around the quarterback position. Your guys like Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Najee Harris. For the wide receivers, Deontay Johnson, if he can produce at a high level, a wide receiver one clip with Ben Roethlisberger, he can do it with anyone. I'm not concerned. Deontay Johnson is a stud. For Chase Claypool, I feel like this is probably an upgrade for him also. Mitch Trubisky is not known as someone who's going to, sling it 60 yards down the field. But Ben Roethlisberger's arm was just shot. That definitely limited a lot of the big playability from Chase Claypool. So I think you've got upgrades from both of those players. Overall, I think this offense is going to be more high-powered. So Najee Harris may lose out on, the 10 checkdowns he was getting a game from Big Ben. But I feel like he can kind of make up for it with just overall more touchdown opportunities, more efficient work in the receiving and running game. So those are kind of the initial takeaways. Just kind of feel good for Mitch that he's going to get another shot. We'll see if he does have the ability, to be a solid kind of long-term quarterback solution. Spent a year as the backup for Josh Allen. I can imagine that helped a lot. Obviously Josh Allen is far superior, but when you're looking at their play style, I could see, Trubisky trying to mirror Josh Allen at just a little bit. But honestly, I think the biggest thing here is the quarterback class. Looking a little iffy. Are the landing spots going to be there for these 2022 rookie signal callers? But that is going to wrap it up for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and then let me know your thoughts on Mitch. Do you think he can be a fantasy relevant guy heading into 2022, or do you think, this is kind of just a stopgap before they move on? Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.